When I say the most desirable race, what comes to mind? First impression, first thoughts off the top of the dome.
Um, I think, that's a very good question. I think it's who people think they want. I'm just going to put it that way. The race of people think they want. And the reason I say that is because it may not actually be how things play out for them in real life. But whoever you secretly dream about, if you were to close your eyes and make up your perfect family in your head, who are most people thinking about, right? If they were to make their family up, man, woman, children, etc., or whatever mix of people you like.
I would say the most desirable race for men would be different. For women, it would be different. For men, I believe it will be the tall, very tall, olive skinned, dark haired man. For most people around the world, that's that whole saying, tall, dark, and handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome does not mean black, it means tall, dark features like dark eyes, dark hair, and olive tan skin. That's the most preferred, really chiseled jawline. That's the most preferred in males. In women, I would say pale skinned, dark haired would be the most preferred.
I think, well, because of my surroundings, I cannot speak for everybody, but just for what I have heard and experienced, I feel like women prefer white men, and obviously tall, bearded men. And I'm just describing features at this point, but I feel like they prefer a white man. Not specifically from somewhere, but I remember looking at this show. How do you call this? The Nordics. Oh my gosh, Ragnar Lorbrook. Oh my goodness, I forgot
Oh, you're talking about like
the show, Netflix show. Oh my god, I forgot.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name. They're like
I lost it.
me too. I know what
Vikings?
you're talking about.
The Vikings, yes.
Vikings, yes, Vikings.
So what it's like, for some reason when I was looking at it, it's like, oh my god, it's the representation of like strong man and things like that, but in reality it's just what is presented to us and what make us believe that that's what it is, or how it started, or what it was, and those are the only strong men, but in reality it's not, and that's why people start to think that that's what they want. But I think it's about getting to know other people, other races, other cultures, and then you will know what you really like.
Amir, did you describe this guy right here? You can't see him, can you?
I can't see. No.
Superman. It's Superman.
Yes.
Oh. I mean, when you look worldwide, when you hear worldwide standards, tall, dark, and handsome. That's what they mean. Dark features, dark hair, brown skin, kind of tan, like that tan look. What's that? Who's that guy? Like Antonio Banderas look. That kind of thing is like every woman would swoon for him. Every woman. George Clooney. George Clooney is a perfect example of tall, dark. I don't know if he's tall, but I know he's dark and handsome. But George Clooney, when you see all the time world's best looking man, it's always something like that, and I think that is the preferred worldwide standard of man.
Okay. What about women? Did the guys want to chime in on that? Or is it just across the board, as Amir mentioned already?
I would say it varies. It actually varies way more for men, but I think it usually comes around because you don't want to say thin necessarily. I don't think, because it's more geared around her feminine nature. Like, that Coke bottle shape is something we gravitate to, and that could be in all shapes and sizes. Right? It could be a small Asian woman all the way up to a really wide hip black woman. So yeah, it really varies. Barnabas, help me out with this. I don't.
Okay, so I think it depends what kind of race you ask, because I think overall, even though it seems like they're pushing this interracial agenda, Even the president talks about it, like in commercials. They're pushing it, and even Dave Chappelle, or not Dave Chappelle, what's his name? Chris Rock. He was talking about it in his comedy stand-up. It's like they're pushing it on us now. But I think that the races, their standard of beauty kind of lays within their own, but it's always the same. It's always, fit. A physically fit person is always attractive. And, maybe some people really do like fat women, I guess. I don't know. I guess. I mean, people like all kinds of things. But like a fit woman is just wins every time. And what was the question? Oh, there was something I wanted to talk about. It's kind of related. And if I get off on a tangent, just tell me to shut up. But every now and again you'll see these you'll see these studies that come out. And it's like the dating app studies. And they come out and they come up with, and they try to hide the results, but they do come out and they'll say, now, let me finish this before everyone gets mad at me. But they say that the black women are ranked the lowest. But the thing that they don't take into account is that's the women that are on the dating apps. Because, and not to, talk bad on people on dating apps. I've been on myself, hey, I'm doing the best I can. But the people who really got it going on, they don't use the dating app. So it's like just the kind of, maybe the leftover people get on the dating apps. So it's really not, in my opinion, representative of all of America or the world. So don't let those dating apps kind of poison your mind with
Mike, you're muted.
strange stats.
So I'm with you, Barnabas. So the weird part about it for men is that you're right. Because when you really look at it, I think black people are rated the lowest, but how much of that has to do with perception of attitude, right? It's all these different stigmas associated with people that make it seem like one group is preferred over the other, right? So if you go to different parts of the world where people don't have those stigmas and you ask how do they prefer black people, because none of it makes sense when you look a little bit closer, right? So we always use the term Eurocentric standard of beauty. Have you ever seen the black women that white men prefer? They prefer Lupita Nyong'o. They don't go for the light skin hair, like long hair. No, they go for the darkest hair, like, so it's like, it doesn't really make sense when you look up close. So it's really just these negative stigmas that are associated with people that kind of make them distasteful in more of a social engineering type of way. But when we break it down to our most animalistic parts, what it's really saying is the person that looks the closest to our origin, right? The super hippie and fit. You said it, fit, but super hippie, super voluptuous in the, like, the on the side. Men will, like, literally, we salivate over that in private, right? So yeah, just go to areas of the country where the black women are super, I'm sorry, not country, or the world where they're super feminine and super delicate. Men are literally walking around with boners all over that damn place. So
yeah, I feel
I said boner. Like, I haven't said that shit in like 15 years. I don't know where that came from.
Just when it's
so high school.
When inevitably another test result comes out from one of these things, just remember it doesn't represent everyone. So you can't get an accurate reading just off of some dating site info. What group was swiped to right as opposed to left more. So